My name is Jack Martin, and I own a small sign company called Signworks, and it's in Hanford, California. The way I bought my business from my son when he was 18. He started it when he was 15. And so I was in the motorcycle business. Been in the motorcycle business for 20 years. And the sign business, we always helped my son with because he was so young. And so when he wanted to go off to college, I decided to buy the business from him. And so my wife and I sold the motorcycle business and went in to her and I making signs. My business, it grew. It was just my wife and I at first. And we hired our first couple employees, and we bought our first CNC machine, which was probably the best thing I ever did. Actually, I don't think a sign company can really call themselves a sign company unless they have a CNC machine, because it's pretty important. Anyway, we've had it for quite a few years, and then decided that it was time to take a step up. And so we looked around for the different machines out there, and we ran across the Laguna brand of CNCs. I was really impressed with the company. When I called them, I always got a hold of somebody. They gave me straight answers, found it to be a great value, and so we made our purchase for our first 5x10 Laguna Smart Shop SUV. The guys came out, I think, a few days later and spent 2 days with us training us, and I thought that was really pretty wonderful, because on my first CNC machine I bought a different brand, and they were out there for like 3 hours and then said, "See ya." After operating in the Laguna for a few days, it just dawned on me that this Quill ADA could be attached right to it. So I used the routing portion of the Laguna and routed out some brackets and mounted it on it, and then affixed the Quill onto it and had it printing Braille within an hour. Prints a perfectly spherical amount of resin onto the surface. The surface tension pulls it into a round shape, and the resin is of a viscosity that holds its shape for quite a while, 10 minutes, 20 minutes. And it gives you time to inspect the sign, make sure everything's right, and then you can cure it. If something's wrong, you wipe it off, you reprint it. You didn't throw the sign away. And Laguna didn't know anything about it. I just did it on my own. So I took a video of it printing Braille and sent it to Laguna. And they called me right up and said, "Tell us more." And the CNC, when used with the Quill, gives you an added advantage in which, when you have large projects, you can set out dozens of signs and you can print them all at one time, and without any concern about being off spacing wise or anything. Where an engraving machine, you're usually working with small areas. You do a few signs, you stop it, you take them out, you put your new blanks in there, start again. Where the CNC allows you to do huge batches of signs, making the jobs much faster. Can you imagine doing, let's say, 50 of these signs all at one time, sitting on top of the CNC? It saves you a ton of time. Like I said, if you're doing a lot of signs, a large CNC is the only way to go. A small engraver is great for, a small mom and pop shop, but when you're getting into the larger jobs, especially with hospitals where you're doing, 700 signs, a little bit of speed goes a long ways. Is basically the process of drilling a hole and cleaning it out and pushing a little tiny round spherical piece of acrylic ball into the hole, a specific depth, and hoping it doesn't fall out. That process lends itself to a multitude of problems. One of them is that when you were to do a very large amount of them, the insertion tool that usually puts these little dots in automatically will get off. And it doesn't have to get off very much. And then the little spherical ball doesn't fit in the hole and it crushes it. And usually when it does is it damages the sign. And at that point, you're throwing the sign away. Okay, we got contacted by the Braille Institute in regards to if we could possibly make some Braille signs or put Braille on some glass trophies for their end of the year trophy presentation, in which we did probably about 40 different glass signs for the California Braille Institute. And we've done those for the last couple of years.